The Italian Stallion knew a little something about grinding it out during pain. Today, the Collegiate Rugby Championships bring the pain. Who will make it work? We have a player down. Big clean out. And Hayes is still down.
Day 3, I mean, it's definitely rough.
Physically, you're pretty stiff.
When you feel like you got hit by a freight train.
Your legs feel like jello mixed with bricks.
Sunburn, just everything hurts.
Your body's exhausted, your mind is exhausted. It takes a lot out of you.
But when that first whistle blows for your first match of the day, it all washes away.
All right, we're here now, and this is it. Everything hinges on the performance today. This is the day we've been living for, so.
Why not get up and give it all you got on the final day?
You got to be able to get out of bed. You got to want to go out in that field and do it all over again.
Get it done, no excuses.
So if you're not ready for the third day, you're not mentally and physically prepared, you're playing the wrong sport.
Welcome to PPL Park on the outskirts of Philadelphia. We have made it to Championship Sunday for the 2013 Collegiate Rugby Championship. Life University from Marietta, Georgia. Student enrollment of just 2,500, but one of the best rugby squads in the world. And the venerable Cal Bears, under Jack Clark's watch, they are set to go. Can they bring a title back to Berkeley? Alongside the former captain of the USA Sevens, Brian Hightower, I'm Todd Harris. Marty Snyder will be joining us down on the field. Welcome to Championship Sunday. Rugby Sevens, it is a brutal sport, but nothing more brutal than the third and final day of the tournament. What do you got left?
Well, the team that's going to win this is probably the deepest bench, because there's so many guys who are hurt right now for all of these teams. And, you know, you got to get up on day 3 and you just got to keep going. You switch off the mind and you just go. And some of these teams are programmed to do that. Cal, Life, they're going to get it done. Navy, they're used to some pain too.
We'd have great coverage for the last 2 days throughout this tournament. This is Championship Sunday. Give us some stars or some names to watch here as we enter the Final Four.
A lot of great players here, but you got to look out for Life University. You got Colton Carriaga and Cam Dolan, but one of the guys who's not getting a whole lot of press, Joe Calley's got 5 tools and he can use them all. And then Cal, tons of weapons there as well. Look for you know, a guy named Jake Anderson.
He's very strong indeed for Jack Kelly's squad, the Cal Bears. They have been close many times, but they have not taken home the title. They're looking to do it this year. Coming up, we'll have semifinal number 1. It'll be the Cal Bears taking on the UCLA Bruins, who have gone undefeated so far in this tournament. It's a Pac-12 affair when we return to Philadelphia.
Rugby has come leaps and bounds at UCLA. Since Scott got here, he's really helped the program build into what it is today.
We put in a lot of work over the last 10 years rebuilding this program. This is a byproduct of that rebirth.
I know a lot of work has gone in over the last couple of years from the coaching staff and the players to just try and get onto this sort of stage, and now we've got the opportunity. It would be amazing for us to take it.
Crispin, American Hard Cider, proud sponsors of USA Rugby.
Klondike's 5 seconds to glory. Paul versus the dreaded Death Circle.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
The Reaper preys on the unprepared. So be prepared with Prestone's patented anti-corrosion coolant formula. Cheat the death of your car. Prestone it.
The USA Sevens Collegiate Rugby Championship is brought to you by Crispin America Hard Cider, proud sponsor of USA Rugby. By Subway, enjoy avocado on your favorites during avocado season at Subway. and by Prestone. Prestone it. And a quick primer to Rugby 7's the rules. 7 players per team, 7-minute halves, no forward passing, no blocking. A try is awarded when you cross, and that's 5 points, 2 points for the conversion. No school has won more rugby national championships than Cal, and no Cal rugby coach has more wins than that man, the renowned Jack Clark.
Coach Clark took a very good Cal program that had already achieved greatness and made it even better.
As a coach, he's taught me a great deal, especially about what it takes to win in big games and high-pressure situations.
The way he carries himself, he's a great leader. It's not always through his words, but through his actions.
Semi-final number 1 to decide who goes to the championship. Now, these are 2 programs that know each other oh so well, but Brian, safe to say no love lost between the Cal Bears and the UCLA Bruins?
No, either one would love to knock off the other, and especially UCLA. They got that kind of underdog tag coming into this one. Cal's got so many weapons. Pay attention to Seamus Kelly, of course, a 3-time captain of this Cal Bears team right there in front of you, and he's the only player ever to play for Cal in 131 years of rugby to wear that captain's jersey 3 times. And Danny Barrett, number 3, he's a big forward, and he's been getting around the park, and he is a bruiser.
So both these teams undefeated in play as we check in on the field with Marty Snyder.
With Scott Stewart, the head coach for UCLA. Scott, this is the program you've modeled your team after to build up to. Sense any nerves from the guys at all?
Well, I think we're a little bit nervous, but I think that'll wear off as soon as the ball's in play, and we're looking forward to this opportunity to play Cal.
If you can win, would this be the biggest win in program history?
It would be the biggest win in our program's history since I've been around, yes.
Some big words. I asked him a moment ago. I said, how do you play against Cal? He said, we play our best against Cal, Todd.
All right, we are set to go. Semi-final number 1. The winner moves on to the championship. As we've said before, neither of these teams have lost so far in this tournament. UCLA making their series debut here at the CRC. Their last meeting came in November of last year, and Cal won 17-5. But I'll tell you what, you talk to anyone in the stands here at PPL Park, and they will say UCLA has been the most exciting team to watch, not because they got past the 2-time defending champions in Dartmouth, but just the way they play the game.
They've had a few cliffhanger games that have just gotten the crowd on their feet, and emotional edge to UCLA here. The crowd is definitely going to be on their side, as you'll hear anytime they get a chance to cross the line.
So settle in, folks. Give us 20 minutes, and we will give you a new love of this game. Rugby 7 Semi-1 underway. Cal and UCLA.
Brad Harrington goes up high for that kickoff, comes up a little gimpy. He's knocked the ball on. Total commitment in the air, and that's a scary thing to do. You get up as high as you can jump in the air, and you get your body under that ball, and you don't know what's going to happen underneath you.
First scrum of the match, we'll listen in.
Touch, set, early push, early push.
So an early push by the Cal Bears. It means it's a quick start now for UCLA. And get a look at that man. Not large in size, but I'll tell you what, Mr. Penny, Grant Penny, listed at 5'4", pocket Hercules, and this kid is special. We had a little rain earlier in the day. The pitch may be a little slippery, but Marty's been reporting that it's let up, so we should be good to go. And here come the Cal Bears in a great position.
Andre Kokiart just unloaded the ball, and you got to get up in Seamus Kelly's face, and that's what happens there. A knock-on.
Knock-on is when you have possession of the ball, Brian, and knock the ball forward, obviously.
Check out Penny, 5'4", and that may be a little bit on the high side. He says maybe it's more like 5'3", but I tell you what, he plays like he is 6 feet tall, and really the game-winning play from him to keep the ball alive in that semifinal against Dartmouth.
Knock on, Dan.
Earlier today in the quarterfinals, UCLA was trailing by 5 to Dartmouth, the 2-time defending champions, when they came up with a fantastic play. Grant Penny triggered the offense. They put it through the 2-point conversion, and they knock off Dartmouth, sending them back home.
Seb Sharp with the ball in his hands. He's been exciting with some space in front of him. Oh, kick ahead, and that's a great play. Beautiful bounce. Harrington can't catch him.
And it's Race Noldner who puts it down for the first try of the match.
Well, if you want to beat Cal, you got to get creative. And look at Seb Sharp. Lays this ball out perfectly. Look at the bounce. Straight into Noldner's hands. Beautiful try to open the scoring. UCLA, can it be their day? Unbelievable start.
Here comes the two-point conversion. The ball comes straight out from where the downward pressure was applied, so this should not be that difficult of a two-point conversion.
Money.
So Race Noldner, the sophomore from Green Bay, Wisconsin, travels out to Westwood, and he puts the Bruins on top. Is that called a fortuitous bounce?
Just beautiful.
Coquillard! Coquillard!
But a mistake there by the Bruins.
Free kick in the center.
Ball has to travel 10 meters on the kick.
Apologies to Andrew Wilson there, who was the try scorer for the Bruins.
Release.
Great try.
One of the traditions, I guess, of some of these teams is they wait till championship Sunday and say, you know what, fellas, let's switch our jerseys up a bit.
Release 3. Tackle assist, release.
So here's Cal trying to answer back, ball stripped from behind.
10 meters.
Fans not happy with that calls. We'll send it down on the field to Marty Snyder.
Well, that's boos from everybody in this arena except for the Cal fans, because all the other fans are pulling for UCLA. About 30 years ago, UCLA was the premier program in the country, but now they've had to catch up to Cal. They're doing their best, Todd.
And a try for the Bears.
Danny Barrett slams one home. You can hear this crowd. They are partial.
Well, there's a little bit of backstory in that as well, as we get a look at Danny Barrett one more time. Great draw in, and Barrett gets his 5th try of the tournament.
Seamus Kelly draws a couple defenders and just keeps that ball available.
And we're knotted up at 7.
And the reason, Todd, we saw such a reaction from the crowd is yesterday Cal played Temple and put 50 points on them. And the crowd a little upset that they were beating down the hometown team. Thought they were maybe piling it on a little bit, and Cal didn't have a lot of fans in the stadium to begin with.
And post-match, Jack Clark telling our Marty Snyder, he says, you know, we just played to the official stop the game, and that's what my boys did. And it was, I think it was when there was stoppage time, and Cal went ahead and put another try on the board, and Temple just got pummeled. Fans here not really happy with that. So a turnover again by UCLA, and back comes Seamus. Famous Seamus leading the offense. Cal looking for their 2nd try of the match. All knotted up at 7.
Great hit on Danny Barrett there. That's the way you got to control him. You got to get physical. Seb Sharp comes up. Jake Anderson fighting for extra yards.
And numbers on the outside. Easy try for the Cal Bears. 5 more.
Danny Barrett gets a 2nd, and that, you know, just a kind of a attrition there at the end. You suck in a couple extra defenders.
Let's get the next.
Coquillard. Don't know if it was Ford or not. It looked a little bit marginal, but doesn't matter if that referee doesn't say it.
There you go.
Well, Danny Barrett on this field is a beast anywhere, but you get him on one-on-one situation on the outside, and no one wants any of that.
Yeah, it's been one of the players of this tournament. Nothing flashy from Barrett, but just such great feet for a big man. 6'3", 220 out of Pacifica, California. His 2nd try of the game, and really a handful.
So conversion attempt no good. 12-7, Cal on top of UCLA after the Bruins went up early. Final seconds ticking away here. Now the clock will go to 0. The official will stop the half, though, when the ball goes into touch or a turnover.
Back.
Ball goes backward.
Grant Penny. Dangerous pass from Penny. Now they throw it deep. UCLA just trying to get out of this hole. Getting around the corner, and he gets dragged into touch.
Great tackle there by Andrew Battaglia to end this half.
First half comes to a conclusion. We've got 7 more minutes to play to find out which of these two teams will advance to the championship. Will it be Jack Clark's Golden Bears of Cal or Scott Stewart's UCLA Bruins? Stick around. We'll have the second half when we return to Philadelphia.
Just months out of retirement, Gary Stevens rides Oxbow towards another victory in the final chapter of the Triple Crown. Coverage begins Friday at 4 on the NBC Sports Network, leading up to the Belmont Stakes Saturday at 5 on NBC.
It's the toughest obstacle course on Earth, and thousands have failed to tame it. Now, the world's most elite athletes will try to do what only 3 have. Did you see that? A new season of American Ninja Warrior comes to NBC July 1st.
You want to save money on car insurance? No problem. You want to save money on RV insurance? No problem. You want to save money on motorcycle insurance? No problem. You want to find a place to park all these things? Forget about it. This is New York.
Hey, little guy, wake up!
Oh, come off it, mate.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
These days, internet has become a necessity for people. That's why I do my best to make sure their internet is reliable.
During the storm, it was really great that we had Fios because we really didn't miss a beat.
Immediately after the power came back on, I was able to video chat with my mom and reassure her that I was safe.
My in-laws didn't have the internet when the power came back up. They're switching right now because of that reason.
Fiber optics is more reliable because we actually run the fiber right to your house. No one else is going to beat that.
When you need a network you can count on, you want Verizon Fios. Fios brings 100% fiber optic power right to your door. That's why it delivers America's fastest, most reliable internet with no usage caps. Plus, you'll get unbeatable TV picture quality. So switch to a Fios Triple Play online for $89.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years. Plus, get $200 back and a multi-room DVR free for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. That's a value of $440. Don't miss your chance to get this incredible deal. Visit Verizon.com/YFios today. Upgrading to Verizon Fios for America's fastest, most reliable internet? That's powerful.
It's the Yankees and Red Sox tonight on Mic'd Up.
After a minor infraction like a knock-on, the non-offending team is awarded a scrum. The 3 front row forwards from each team, the big guys, will get together and contest for the ball. On the referee's cadence, the scrum half will feed the ball through the tunnel. The hooker, the man in the middle, will strike the ball. The scrum half will take it and deliver it to the team in open play. Crouch. Touch. Set. Ball is won at the back, and away it goes.
(12-7) here at halftime. Cal has retaken the lead. Your guys got down early. Jack, how did they get back into it?
Well, we played a little bit better defense. UCLA really holds their defensive structure really well. They're a hard team to break down. We've played them a couple times, so you got to look after the ball and you got to be patient.
But as he told me, I know here in the second half, UCLA is going to make a run. Going to be an exciting one, Todd.
All right, thank you very much, Marty. 7 minutes to go in this one. The winner moves on to our championship game between either Life or Navy. That game coming up in our second semifinal.
Bennett, White.
All right, Brian Hightower, you are the man with the knowledge. If you're UCLA, what are you telling your boys? What do you do to get back to how UCLA's played the first 3 or 4 games of this tournament?
I think you got to keep playing high-risk rugby, getting right up in the face of these of the passes in this back line.
Nice piece of running there by Jake Anderson, who's been a star for Cal all week long.
And you can't miss tackles if you're UCLA. On the same side, UCLA's got some weapons as well, so Cal's got to keep playing. They're only up by 5, but Danny Barrett, as soon as he gets the ball in his hands, you got to respect him. 3rd try on the day.
Young man that prepped at Sacred Heart out of Pacifica, California. He has been just a workhorse for the Cal Bears.
The 3rd of the Barrett boys to come through this Cal program.
2 hat tricks in the tournament for Danny Barrett.
Out of the way, please.
7 tries in total over the last 3 days. Bro, when you got a guy like that, that takes so much pressure off the guy that most people signal on or sign on is Seamus Kelly. You just lock on Seamus, and Danny Barrett's really been the guy that's been doing the damage.
Oh, that's kind of the Seamus Kelly effect. You got to respect him with multiple guys. Great kick there by number 10, Russell Webb.
So Russell Webb punches it through for the 2-point conversion. Watch this again. Position, head down, nothing fancy. Boom.
You're not going to stop that freight train from getting to the station, really. And Danny Barrett, deceptively quick. He's got great top-end speed for a big man, great feet. It's kind of like having a 225-pound wing out there. Oh, huge hit from Kelly.
6'3", 220 goes Danny Barrett. Now UCLA back to what they do well. High pace, as you pointed out, high risk, high reward rugby. Ball taken away. On the infraction, though, it'll stay with the Bruins.
Penalty, it's got to go quickly here. UCLA in a little bit of trouble, still time, 4:28 on the clock, and they can score 2 tries and get right back into this, but they got to do something right now.
When you have a semifinal or a quarterfinal, excuse me, like UCLA did against the 2-time defending champions of Dartmouth, where they won on the conversion as time expired, does that emotionally take a bit out of you? Do you think they gave it their all, obviously, in that game, but did maybe come up a little short on the tank?
Well, they were out on their feet at the end of that game, and you could tell that they just needed every ounce that was left to win, and yeah, it does, Todd.
Grant Penny with the ball, triggering the offense. UCLA trying to get to the edges with numbers.
Seb Sharp, such a great play. Penny.
Smallest man on the field, Grant Penny taken down. Good tackle by Andrew Battaglia in the open field.
It's a high tackle on Grant Penny. It's so hard to get low enough to tackle him.
With the dummy, Penny dumps it off. UCLA at the door, and the try for the Bruins.
Seb Sharp crosses the line for UCLA. English-born. Played his rugby at the Cranley School with Harry Adolphus from Cal. Watch Penny go. Such a big motor on this kid, and a high tackle there. Leads to a Seb Sharp try. Not out of it yet.
So Battaglia on the high tackle triggers the offense for UCLA. The 2-point conversion is up and good. So with 2:42 remaining in this one, it is a 19-14 Cal advantage. Remember, tries were 5 points. Here it is one more time.
Great job. Wilson pops it up. Seb Sharp in the support there.
Sharp, the freshman from England, the team's top scorer. Fortunately goes by the nickname of Seabass.
In the air.
Well, the ball was swatted by number 3, Pierre Coupron. And instead he hits Barrett in the head, and the referee doesn't like what he saw. I thought he was competing for the ball. I thought it was maybe just a little bit of bad luck.
Right up the middle.
There goes Barrett. Watch him operate. Russell Webb, wow, great skills on the foot.
Wow, beautiful level rugby.
Wow. Now that was a beautiful piece of skill work by Russell Webb. Knew he couldn't reach it with his hands. Reaches out with the foot instead. Chips it forward.
Reminder, language.
Wins the race to the line.
Russell Webb, the 5'7", 169-pound freshman out of Hong Kong, now playing his rugby for the Cal Golden Bears, and a beautiful piece of chip and run.
Ah, yeah, boy! Yeah! Woo!
Jack Clark pretty excited about this one.
Huge try and huge conversion. 26-14. The Cal Bears are that much closer going to the championship. 55 seconds remain. Clock stop now as we're inside a minute. And Jack Clark, I think, can breathe a little bit easier now.
Absolutely, as Jake Anderson takes the kicking duties. This is the thing. Russell Webb just comes off the bench. Brad Harrington's already on the bench.
This is a mistake.
Play on.
They'll play the advantage, though. Ball has to travel 10 meters. UCLA has the advantage, so they go for it. And here we go. They're going to try their own little piece of chipping and running. Nice.
Nick Boyer looking for great tackle by Boyer to save that try.
And it goes into touch.
Touch in goal is what that is.
Time off.
Boyer carries it in.
Touch in goal.
It'll be a 5-meter scrum.
Scrum.
To UCLA.
Okay.
They got to score twice in 27 seconds, but the clock is going to stop in this last minute.
Time will restart on the scrum.
That clock's right.
So Anderson delivers a pass, and no one's really looking for it.
Okay. Mark, guys, right on the 5. Back up, please.
Mark up here, boy.
Here we are.
The decision there was since Nick Boyer carried the ball into
Time will
touch.
start on the scrum. Crouch.
When he was in goal, it'll be a scrum here.
Oh, and UCLA can execute the scrum. And Cal takes it away, and now Cal can just run it out, but Jake Anderson says, why not get more? What a run by Jake Anderson!
Oh, that is...
6'2", 193 pounds, and the young man from Tiburon, California, boom!
Anderson waits for Grant Penny to lunge and then just hurdles him.
Got
Looks
nothing.
like Lolo Jones there over the top.
This might be the play of the tournament. Leaves Grant Penny grasping but nothing but air. And the conversion is good.
Well,
so after a slow start, remember UCLA went on top 7-0. Look at this one more time. Penny, 5'3", nothing there.
You can see him grab for a leg, and the leg just wasn't there. I'll tell you what, before UCLA leaves, let's just talk about Scott Stewart and what he's done with this program. To get here, his first tournament at the CRC, and to be in this championship semifinal. Jack Clark been very gracious and really mentoring Scott Stewart from UCLA through this process. Unfortunately for Scott Stewart, the master, still the master.
Time has expired. They will play on. One man back. That's Jake Anderson playing deep. And it just keeps running right into trouble. Two men bringing down at the 22-meter mark.
Cal counter ruck. Great job.
Release number 4.
A penalty. Well, at least UCLA can end this thing with a try.
Right at the middle. So the Bruins make it a little more respectable with a 2-point conversion coming. Tyler Pritchard able to punch it through.
Pritchard from Nassau, from the Bahamas. He talked about the Olympics. His father and his grandfather, Olympians in sailing. Great finish. Not enough today, though, to oust Cal from this tournament.
So we are first team punching their ticket to the final. The Cal Golden Bears get past UCLA 33-21. Cal is moving on to the final.
It's avocado season at Subway. Who else but Subway?
Talk about a home run.
This super tasting superfood helps power any training routine.
To be the best, you've got to eat the best.
Try rich, creamy avocado on any of your favorite subs.
It goes great with trout.
Like on the protein-packed Subway Club. Tender roast beef, black forest ham, crisp veggies, and super tasty avocado.
Subway, the official training restaurant of Ryan Howard,
of Mike Trout, Carl Edwards, and athletes everywhere.
I am a United States sailor.
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America.
And I will obey the orders of those appointed over me.
I represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone before me.
To defend freedom and democracy around the world.
I proudly serve my country's Navy combat team.
With honor, courage, and commitment.
I am committed to excellence
and the fair treatment of all.
We are America's Navy.
Who is Life University? We are revolutionaries, big thinkers, and innovators. We believe all of life is connected, and we want yours to be happy and healthy. We play hard, dream big, and love life. We are not content with the status quo. With 12 undergraduate degrees, 2 master's degrees, and the world's largest chiropractic program, we are here to be extraordinary and maximize the expression of the perfection within. Life, the not-so-little university that's changing the world.
Here at the Collegiate Rugby Championships, this is semi-final number 2 to decide who will play Cal for the title. It'll be the Life Running Eagles against the Midshipmen of Navy. We send it down to the field in Marty Snyder.
Well, Dan Payne brought his team last year here, and they fell a little bit short. Why is the team more prepared to win it all this year, Dan?
Well, I think with another year of experience, with added experience, you build your composure, and then, as everybody knows, any coach anyways knows that if you increase your composure and your level of composure, you're able to execute at a higher level. And we've done that. I think Tui Osborne, our coach, has done a great job changing us over from 15s to 7s in the last 7 to 10 days since the national championships. And ultimately it comes down to being here last year and having that additional year of experience.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Dan, Todd?
All right, so the Running Eagles of Life University taking on the Navy Midshipmen, Mike Coiner, the Sevens head coach. He played for the USA back in '98 to 2002, and Navy is a 3-year veteran of the CRC. They played in the quarters the last 2 years, so this is an experienced team. May not be as flashy as some of these other teams, but Navy will get it done.
A lot of pride in this Naval squad, too, and they're here to play, and they're going to be physical.
Had a chance to watch the quarterfinals earlier today, and this is life at its best. They get their big horses out in the open field, and these guys are absolute specimens like that young man, Joe Cowley, who, Brian, we've talked about it. He may be the MVP of this tournament.
So far, we've talked a lot about Colton Carriaga and Cam Dolan, but Joe Cowley has been the most consistent player. Watch this. Around the corner on Jack McCullough there. A nice little nudge, just perfectly placed into the arms. Again, and just falls on it for the try. A great opening.
6'2", $190. Look at the moves on Cowley. Perfect instincts, great hands, 5 points. That's the try for Life, and the conversion coming at a tricky angle now. It was raining earlier today here at PPL Park, but it has let up. The sun's starting to break through, but there is a breeze coming off the Delaware River. But the 2 points is up and good. So it's Life on top of Navy 7-0. Who's Life? Well, they come to us by way of Marietta, Georgia, and it's a private university founded back in 1974, primarily a chiropractic school. Enrollment just under 2,500, but you talk to any proud alum at Life University, and they'll say, we are good at 2 things: chiropractics, getting kids ready for pre-med, and rugby.
Well, and they'd want you to know, too, that now they have 12 undergraduate programs in that university. A lot of different choices, and they've been great at recruiting nationwide now. They got one of the U.S. national team coaches, Dan Payne, who's their director.
Is this a case where you think Navy and Mike Coiner, their head coach, are going to try to slow this thing down, grind it out with them?
Well, you got to hold on to the ball and go through phases, and that's not going to get it done. Unfortunate there. Number 7, Sam Gedeon, just knocks the ball on and gives Life a chance close in to their own goal line.
Yeah, electric.
Big life crowd here today.
Touch. Set.
Color coordinated in the stands as they were last year. Cali to Carriaga looking for a break. Jake Anderson.
Roll blue.
Dolan with space.
Cam Dolan dragged down by a chicken wing there, and the clean out coming. Forming the ruck.
From the gate, please. 5. Yeah.
Number 5, Joe Cali, not coming in straight from the back of that ruck, so Navy, a little bit of breathing room. Jack McCullough.
Roll. Lead it blue.
And it goes back to life.
Jake McFadden gives it to Dolan, lots of composure. Look at this. He cares a few people, but this is the thing. Dolan needs to get that ball with those big outstretched arms available to make a pass. Instead, he gets tackled.
And they'll just punch it right up the gut, and another try for life. Colton Carriaga, 5'10", 180, a 2012 All-American. He's the captain of the 15 squad, and not a big guy, but look how smart this is.
Carriaga, he's on his way tomorrow morning, going to fly out to the Olympic Training Center and be part of the greater training group for the Rugby World Cup Sevens that's coming up at the end of this month in Moscow. Cali will look to convert and put 14 points ahead of Navy.
And the conversion unsuccessful, so it remains 12-0, life on top of Navy, and we send it down to the field and Marty.
Well, Todd, a lot of teams had about a month to prepare for the Sevens championship. Not life. You heard Dan Payne mention it. They won the national championship in rugby 15s on May 18th. He gave the guys about 4 days off. They had a bunch of walkthroughs. They didn't really prepare full-on contact until last week for the Sevens tournament. And he told me tomorrow we're going to rest because whatever happens, these guys need a little bit of time off just to recover because they've been playing rugby for about 3 straight months.
Absolute grind for these kids in life. One of the schools that these kids are still in school, so taking tests beside Dartmouth, proctoring exams in the hallways and down in the lobby of the hotel. UCLA, another school that is still in classes for this semester. And a nice breakaway. Glenn Marcielli dumps it off, man on the spot.
First knock by Blue, second by
Unfortunately,
White.
they're going to get Navy with the first knock.
Great break by Maricelli.
Yeah, knocked it on first, then White knocked it on. Yeah, White went forward off Blue first.
Dolan can't come up with the handle.
Come White. Let's go. Yeah. Now. 2-1.
Jake McFadden, number 4, is going to feed this Life University scrum.
Crouch. Let's go quick. Let's go touch. Quick. Set.
Coming up on a minute to play here in the first half. The winner of this game moves on to the championship to face off against Cal.
Yeah, just leave it knocked on.
And a knock on is when you have possession and you knock the ball forward.
Defending scrum, stay both feet behind the ball, okay? You got in front of it there.
Zach Miller can't find the handle. We talked earlier, Todd, about passing and the skill level, and if you look at some of the passes coming out of the hands of these Life University players, they're just bullets, and they can find halfway across the field into the hands of a player just spot on.
Set. Binds up, Blue. Up, guys. Okay, first you
Navy not as skilled.
Right, bind on the back.
You know, please. Navy just doesn't get as much of a chance to play rugby.
Crouch.
They got a few other things to do.
Have it in.
No. Well, you look at the list of the activities that the Naval Academy midshipmen have outside of the classroom, and it's impressive not to think of what they have on their immediate future upon graduation.
Release, ruck.
Great leg drive by Miller. Jake Anderson can't find the handle.
So a nice break for Navy there.
Navy will have one more shot to get something going here, but they are deep in their own territory. They got a long way to go, and they got Life University in front of them.
Yep. So the clock has expired. The official now has control of the game.
Touch. Set. Stay in it, White.
Oh, it's stolen by Life. They'll have another chance. Jake Anderson.
Jake Anderson just going to blow his way across. .6'4", 230-pound sophomore from Missoula, Montana gets his second try of the tournament. And Life out to a commanding lead here at the half. 17-0 with the two-point conversion attempt coming.
Anderson's huge. He and Glenn Maricelli showed up a couple years ago at Life. They drove all night from Missoula, Montana, where they played their high school rugby under Dr. Troy Doxey, who just loves rugby and just started a team up there in Missoula for some young high school kids. Maricelli, I saw a picture of him the other day from one of the coaches there. He looked like John Belushi when he got out of the car.
17-0. The Running Eagles of Life out in front. One more half to play, and they're into the championship versus Cal. Can they get it done? Stick around and find out.
The Reaper. It's as unforgiving as the summer heat and preys on the unprepared. Don't let overheating kill your engine. Be prepared with Prestone's patented anti-corrosion coolant formula. Cheat the death of your car. Prestone it.
Klondike's 5 seconds to glory. Jim versus Baby Talk.
I'm your little hamster.
Climb in my pocket, little hamsty wamsty.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
What do women want? This is Genesis. She likes men completely hairless, and no, she doesn't think that's weird.
I don't.
Whatever style she likes, make sure it looks perfect. Trim, shave, and edge with the Pro Glide Styler. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Ortho Crime Files, gross misconduct. Disturbing the pantry. A house under siege. Homeowner calls in the big guns. Say hello to Home Defense Max with a one-touch continuous spray wand. Kills bugs inside and prevents new ones for up to a year. Guaranteed. Nothing to see here, people. Ortho Home Defense Max. Get order, get Ortho.
I have a job for you. To catch the world's most dangerous criminals, you need the world's most elite cops.
I chose a team of cops, each has a special skill. It's like with a Justice League or something.
Crossing Lines premieres Sunday, June 23rd, here on NBC.
Tonight,
the Kings are the Kings.
The defending Stanley Cup champions, the top-seeded Blackhawks. Game 2 of the Western Conference Final. Tonight, 7 Eastern on the NBC Sports Network. Because it's the Cup.
A ruck is the most common element of a rugby match. Once the ball carrier is taken to ground, he must immediately release the ball, and the tackler must roll away. Once a player from each team engages, then the ruck is formed, and the ball may be played away. Yeah, hands, hands!
Currently Life up 17-0 over Navy. Mike, how do you get your guys back into this game?
Well, we got to do better at the contact. They're counter-rucking us right now. We've got to be able to find a solution to handle that.
And he also talked about keeping the ball. He said, guys, no more turnovers. Obviously, Life's got some big boys, don't they, Todd?
No question about it. Some absolute horses there. Cam Dolan, Jake Anderson, Jake McFadden, Colton Cowley. We haven't even seen Paris Hollis yet, and that kid's an absolute burner, 6 feet, 212 pounds. Second half underway, 7 minutes away from making it to the championship is Life University. Remember last year, they lost in the bronze medal matchup to Cal. So they would love some sweet redemption, and beating Cal in the championship would be fantastic, but they've got to get past the Naval Academy. Cam Dolan just blowing through the line. Cam Dolan goes 6'6", 240 pounds.
And notice every time he goes into contact, he draws 2 defenders. And with only 7 people on the field, you draw 2, there's going to be an overlap somewhere.
Strong blue.
That's one of the reasons why he's so dangerous, but also an aerial specialist can get up for that ball. You can't get over the top of those arms.
And that was the infraction on the forward pass. So scrum coming for the Naval Academy. The midshipmen desperately looking something. Get on the board. 5 points for a try, 2 points for the conversion. They trail 17-0 as the clock continues. Actually being stopped right now. 6:13 to play on the substitution.
Well, in for Navy is really their best shot on the corner at speed, and that is Daniel Gallion, the 400-meter champion in the Patriot League this year.
Colton Carriaga, the ball carrier.
Back. Release tackler.
Numbers outside for life.
Great passing by the running Eagles. And the try.
Joe Cowie once again. One of the attributes of a good rugby player is what we call a nose for the line, and you just know where your body is in space, how far you are from that line, and how to get there, and that is how far he needed to go, and he manages to find a way. Joe Cowie getting it done for Life University.
8th try of the tournament for Cali, 2nd in this matchup, and Life is starting to run away from Navy. 22-0 with a conversion coming. Conversion good, so 70 points now for Cowley. Big contribution from that young man.
That's a good weekend. That's a good year for some people.
Has he been subbed off?
Downward pressure, and it's good to go.
And Cowley's going to take a break. Gets a handshake from the Sevens coach, Tui Osborne, former USA Sevens player himself.
McAuliffe crossing into Life territory. Cuts over. Nice piece of running by McAuliffe. Down at the 22.
Gets tracked down by Calvin Nell. Who just gives the ball up. Not enough support there for Jack McAuliffe.
And that's what's so difficult about rugby. You do all that work, and you immediately give the ball over, and that is a big hit.
Maricelli. That's Ricky Neal Feller holding his shoulder after that big hit.
Wow.
Great job by Anderson to keep that ball available in the hands of Cam Dolan. Notice the composure. He slows it down, waits for help. Calvin now on the way, finding the corner.
And the South African gives Life 5 more.
That's what experience will do for you. Cam Dolan in the open field, and look how he just pulls it back and starts to look around. A lot of people would just kind of pin their ears back and try to hammer for the line, and that's a great job to look around for support.
This will be a tricky conversion attempt. You can see the angle. Wind at the back.
Okay, 10 seconds now.
Zach Miller off the mark, and we send it to the Life section. And Marty Snyder.
I'm a brave man, I'll tell you that, Todd. The guys who sent the most, or the university that sent the most people here is Life University. They had 800 fans here. Here's how it worked. They had 500 tickets. All the schools got 500 tickets. Those were sold out in one day for Life. Then they asked for more tickets. They got 200 more. Those sold out in one day. So they got 100 more tickets. They brought 800 fans here. I think they're having a good time. They're chanting and screaming and yelling, and all their cheers are about Life. It's a good thing, Todd. We're having fun over here.
Marty stands out because he's not wearing anything day glow. I mean,
I'm wearing the blue. I'm not in the lime green. Yeah.
Life is good.
Life is good. Navy finding out just how good they are. 27-0 as we go under 3.5 minutes to play. The Naval Academy just trying to get themselves on the board. They are battling and hitting hard.
Go. Back.
Penalty taken quickly. Jack McAuliffe with the ball. McAuliffe's a special player. Doesn't look like the biggest threat as a rugby player, but a lot of skills. Just talked to his dad, Terry, in the stands. They're going to score, Navy is.
And they get it closer for the conversion, so
Ron Helms.
Navy gets it in, and they get 5. But this is a team that is really, we talk about the injuries, it's a fact for everyone, but they are missing one of their best players, as Seamus Seafring is unable to go today with the ankle, and he is the Moose.
White, clear out, please. White.
Great distribution. Ricky Neal Feller, number 4 from Navy, a great player in his own right. McAuliffe to take the conversion kick.
And McAuliffe works it through the stick, so 27-7. Ron Helms, young man out of Lake Elsinore, California.
Jay, you good with time?
You can see the Navy midshipmen around the field and the hotel, and are there politer kids in the world?
Oh, they're
everything's yes, sir. It's like, sir, I don't see my dad anywhere.
There's McAuliffe, his dad, the former Democratic National Chairman for Bill Clinton. He got to give me more on that story. He said he was playing golf with Obama and Clinton. Said, hey, do you want to meet the Navy rugby team? And they showed up at Andrews Air Force Base, shook all the hands of the players, and then got on a plane, took off.
President Clinton enjoying the game from his time in Oxford. I don't know if President Obama ever played any rugby.
I'm not sure. What position would Obama play?
I know he loves the basketball. I don't know, maybe he did a little surfing when he was in Hawaii, but
Slide over, slide over, slide over.
where would you put Obama? Prop? What, I mean,
no, he's too skinny for prop.
Straighten up, guys.
Maybe on the wing. I don't know.
President Brian Hightower said that.
I don't know if Obama's got any speed or not. So
backwards.
Just over a minute to play here in the second half. Life firmly in control of this one, 27-7 over the Naval Academy. And what waits is the Cal Golden Bears, and this is just pure speed for Life.
Gerson Blaze.
Blaze takes it across, and it almost looks like he knocked the wind out of himself as he came down, a little more downward pressure than possibly anticipated.
Yeah, it looks like he might have hurt himself on the touchdown there.
Tackle.
Look at this, plant the foot and go.
Well, we talked about players throughout this tournament who might make it into the USA Sevens camp. Gerson Blaze has already been there. A couple years ago, he got pulled into the squad by Al Caravelli. Never made it on tour, but a lot of speed, as you can see right there.
Break down the dive. And Cam Dolan has come out of the game, but he loves what he sees.
Dolan got a call last night from head coach Mike Tolkien of the USA National 15s team. Said, we're going to need you down here in Houston for this Ireland match. So he's on his way with Seamus Kelly, with Coach Dan Payne, going to go down to Houston.
Leave it. Back on.
Final 40 seconds of this one, 34-7, Life on top. All right, while we have a moment, it looks like Life is going to take care of business. Life and Cal in the final, and that is an intriguing matchup. Who do you like and why?
It's hard to say, and it depends on who has the moments. They both can tackle, and I think that's what it'll come down to. You got some horses on both sides. Seamus Kelly is capable of going through a line, making some line breaks, but you got about 5 other guys on Cal who can do that too. Also got some horses on Life's side, so if Cal makes any mistakes, it's going to be a great matchup. It's kind of the one everyone kind of looked at coming into this tournament, and boy, did both of these teams want to crack at each other.
Knock on. Advantage White. Coming game. Knock on.
It'll be interesting to see what Life has left in the tank as they face Cal. Remember, Cal getting the victory over UCLA in dominating fashion, but UCLA struck first, and Jack Clark's Bears came roaring back to get the victory. So it'll be Life and Cal for the championship here at PPL Park, and make sure that everyone got healthy. Brian, it's a short turnaround to the championship. As a player, what do you do in that few moments that you have really to recoup?
Get off your feet straight away. You got to get something in your body to replenish all those calories you just burnt, but you can't put too much in. It's kind of that delicate balance. Each player is going to have to decide how much they want in their gut, but you definitely don't feel like knocking back a bunch of food after a game like this, but you know you have to.
Knock on, they play the advantage. It's scooped up quickly by Paris Hollis, young man out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And Life can just kick this one out. And why not put 5 more on the board as Calvin Nell punches it through for the try, and that was just too big of an opening to turn down.
And for Navy, just too much to handle from Life today, but good on them for getting to this far. Farthest they've ever been in this CRC championship.
Full time, yeah, just make it through, yeah.
So the final score as the conversion comes, and it does go through. It is complete. Life is on to the championship. They beat Navy 43-7. So we take a look at our brackets, and it shakes down like this. The Cal Golden Bears will take on the Running Eagles of Life University out of Marietta, Georgia for the 2013 championship trophy. But we've still got the plate final to take care of. Great rugby still going down here inside the locker room of the Fighting Irish. They've got one more game to play against the Blue Hens of Delaware, a growing but strong rugby program. The Fighting Blue Hens of Delaware working to show that they belong on the national scene of Rugby Sevens.
We don't get a whole lot of respect, and a lot of teams think we're here just because we're in the local area. We're going to come out and prove otherwise.
We've worked together as a group, the camaraderie, and we've gelled together pretty well, and this is something that we've been working towards, and we really want this pretty badly, especially since last year we feel like we should have had it.
The Reaper. It's as unforgiving as the summer heat and preys on the unprepared. Don't let overheating kill your engine. Be prepared with Prestone's patented anti-corrosion coolant formula. Cheat the death of your car. Prestone it.
With the new Subway $4 lunch, you so got it made. Tons of fully loaded 6-inch subs and 21-ounce drinks to choose from. Just $4 all day, every day.
Subs made just the way I say. I got it made.
Yep, the spicy Italians included, the meatball marinara, the egg and cheese omelet, and many more. And it's always made exactly the way you say. You so got it made. Hurry in today for the new Subway $4 lunch.
At Subway.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Klondike's 5 seconds to glory. Paul versus the dreaded Death Circle.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Just months out of retirement, Gary Stevens rides Oxbow towards another victory in the final chapter of the Triple Crown. Coverage begins Friday at 4 on the NBC Sports Network, leading up to the Belmont Stakes Saturday at 5 on NBC.
Formula One, the Canadian Grand Prix, next Sunday at 2 on NBC.
Back in Philadelphia, where the players were treated to Subway breakfast sandwiches this morning before the matches began. And you know it's avocado season at Subway restaurants, so you can enjoy rich, super smooth avocado on all your favorites any time of the day. And Dartmouth taking full advantage of it.
$5 foot long.
Dartmouth fed well, but they would go out as the two-time defending champions in the quarterfinals, and this was Gavin Hickey, the new coach, in the locker room afterwards. And Brian, this is just a tough scene for him.
He's got nothing to hang his head about. Those guys had a great tournament, a good start for the new coach.
So this will be the plate final. Delaware, the Blue Hens, just down the road from Newark, Delaware, taking on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Both teams on the pitch as we check in on the field with Marty Snyder.
David Fee is the head coach of Notre Dame. If you guys are going to win the play, David, what do you have to do?
Well, we got to keep possession. I think we got to move the ball around a little bit. When we play to our pattern, we're pretty good, and hopefully if a little pressure comes our way, we can handle it.
He said the theme in the locker room was win it for the seniors. 10 of the 12 Notre Dame players, Todd, are seniors. This is their final match.
Question about it, a great squad. Sean O'Leary, the 15s coach at South Bend, and Notre Dame coming out of Pool D with Northeastern, Penn State, and NC State. Delaware started out this tournament so strong for Biddy Boyle, the head coach. They beat Florida 34-0. After Florida got a little chippy on the internet, that social media, it'll come back and get you. And the Blue Hens opened up a can on the Gators.
They sure did. They showed what they're capable of, and they're going to have their hands full with this Notre Dame side.
So the Blue Hens in the black and blue, Notre Dame in the green and white, and this is the plate final. Still to come, the championship final between the Cal Bears and Life University, and a break right up the gut.
Great speed. Ryan Robinson tracks down Jimmy Kowalski, had a great line break, but didn't have the speed to finish.
We talk about just getting to Sunday, the third day of the tournament. This is Kowalski once again going up the middle, dumping it off, fancy pass, and it goes awry over to the Fighting Irish.
A great idea.
Take it right away.
Defense set up well for Notre Dame.
This is Gary, back to Vanoy, and he is just thrown to the turf.
Great job by Dominic Casoro.
Does not take the lucky bounce.
Playing the man.
Penalty against Delaware. Playing the man without the ball, that's a no-no. It's going to be a quick tap or a tap penalty.
Head coach Biddy Boyle, William Biddy Boyle looking on.
Looks like they're actually going to go into touch with this one. Boot it down, get some territory. Try to win this ball in the line out. As you see coming in from the corner is David Harrington way off the right side wing, and he's going to participate in this line out.
So here's the line out. Another way to restart the game, kind of like an inbounds pass. Ball has to travel right down the center of the tunnel that they'll form. Both teams equally can contest this thing.
Great job by number 12, Tom Hickey, to get a hand on that ball and tap it back. Good skills in the air. Ryan Robinson on the wing for the Irish.
Roll down. Roll 4.
Harrington trying to find space. Oh, unloads it just off the fingertips of number 6, Zach Plant.
David Harrington dragged down, trying to get it there. Maybe a little too much heat on that pass.
Good job by Harrington. Watch how he keeps the ball available. He stretches it through the gap, unloads it. I think Plants needs to come up with that ball. This is final time.
So a knock on once again is when a player obviously fumbles the ball forward, and here's our scrum.
Crouch, touch, set, bind.
Leah Berard, the referee.
Now relieve.
St. Paul, Minnesota. She's a good one.
Loss forward, green. Scrum advantage, black. Vantage over.
And Leah may be one of the best athletes on that field. Running, giving the commands, and staying with the action.
She says when she's not working rugby matches, her other job is she goes out and she runs other people's dogs. It's how she stays in shape for the game.
And she will be heading to the World Cup over in Russia, participating in that as an official.
She will, and she's really excited about it. I talked to her yesterday. She's really become one of the standard bearers for refereeing, not just for men, for women though, for men as well.
Back up a step, please. Back up a step. Thank you.
That's fine. Rock.
Still to come, the championship between Life University out of Marietta, Georgia, and the Cal Golden Bears for the title this year. This is our plate final between Notre Dame and Delaware. No score so far as we go under 3 minutes here in Rugby Sevens.
Notre Dame playing some in-your-face defense, causes a turnover there, and they're going to get the ball back. deep inside Delaware territory. Third game on the day for both of these teams. So hard
Binds up right away, Black.
to get the legs
Crouch.
to move
Touch.
the way they used to on the
Set.
first day.
It's in. Back to. Thank you.
A lot of desire, a lot of heart out there on the field.
Low.
Passing might not be as crisp today on day number 3 as it was on day number 1, but these guys are used to this. This is what it's all about. You go to a tournament, you know your third day legs aren't going to be the same. Harrington with the ball.
Forward.
Dishes it away.
Okay.
Notre Dame manages to hold on to that ball somehow. Zach Plants looks for space. Really working the tight spaces here. Byron Henry. Little grubber.
Tries to kick it on. Ruck is formed. Now Delaware deep in their own territory trying to do something with this. This is be careful time.
Release. Stay. No.
That's a great counter up there by Tom Hickey.
Black.
You gotta be kidding me. Here we go, here we go.
That's about as terse as you'll hear a player say anything to an official.
I tell you what, she just admonishes Jimmy Kowalski there. If he doesn't close his mouth, he's going to get a penalty. Oh, Henry stood up at the line. What a stick.
But they can't keep big number 10, Ryan Robinson, out at 6'3", 220. First try of the match for Notre Dame.
Oh, Henry just stood up. Great job, though. Presence of mind. Look, in rugby, you're going to get hit. You're going to get knocked around. You got to keep your composure while you're getting decked. That's what Henry does. He looks for his teammate, throws it back, manages to get into Ryan Robinson's hands, and he's got space in the corner because everybody was focusing on Byron Henry.
So the third try of the tournament for Ryan Robinson, the senior out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is a senior leader of this Irish squad. As Marty reported, the Irish trying to get this done for their seniors, sending them out with a victory here to wrap up the season. That is sans pads. On the restart, Delaware now trying to answer back with 10 seconds to go. The clock will go to 0, and then our official will take over the game. It will not end when the clock goes to 0. Now Notre Dame in a great position to tack on 5 more.
Knock on by Delaware. Notre Dame gets to play this one. Pissarro bundled into touch. That'll end it.
And it goes into touch, so the first half of the plate final is complete. 5-0 Notre Dame on top of Delaware, and all these players say it's just a game we love.
I know, but you don't have to talk.
It's everything. It's the smell of the grass, it's the guys, it's your teammates.
There's just a unique chemistry, a unique bond between the guys.
You go out on a pitch and you hate that guy, but in the end, like, everybody's just friends and you're all trying to have a good time.
I love getting up every morning and training.
The nonstop action, the adrenaline pumping, the physicality.
You have your friends, you have your best friends, and then you have your rugby boys.
Ortho Crime Files, gross misconduct. Disturbing the pantry. A house under siege. Homeowner calls in the big guns. Say hello to Home Defense Max with a one-touch continuous spray wand. Kills bugs inside and prevents new ones for up to a year. Guaranteed. Nothing to see here, people. Ortho Home Defense Max. Get order, get Ortho.
The Reaper. It's as unforgiving as the summer heat and preys on the unprepared. Don't let overheating kill your engine. Be prepared with Prestone's patented anti-corrosion coolant formula. Cheat the death of your car. Prestone it.
Klondike's 5 seconds to glory. Jim versus Baby Talk.
I'm your little hamster.
Climb in my pocket, little hamsty wamsty.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Choose Kutztown University.
A drop kick is used to restart the game. You want to kick the ball 10 meters so that your own team can recover the ball.
Oh, that's you, Cam, bro?
Yes, Cam. Yeah, Jake. Yeah, Jake. Pull it back. Pull it back, Jake. Yeah. Yeah, come around.
And you are looking live at life as they prepare for the championship final against the California Golden Bears. Our thanks to all the teams for participating in those instructional videos, giving us a chance to educate you on the game of rugby sevens. And just moments ago, Notre Dame during their halftime speech.
Fellas, we're 7 minutes away from hardware. 7 minutes away from hardware.
7 minutes away from this.
Guys,
12.
Step on me, bro. Hey, we have
7 minutes away, brother. Blow it out.
All right. Ready?
David Fee, the head coach of the Sevens for Notre Dame, and the Fighting Irish trying to get it done for the seniors. 7 minutes away from winning the plate final as they have the lead 5-0 over a very talented Delaware squad.
Great start for Delaware. Getting the ball on that restart. Kowalski looking to do it on his own.
Tackler, no hands. Penalty advantage, Black. Hold. Green.
Penalty
Release.
coming here. Kowalski will take the tap. Looking for space.
Dangerous man with the ball. Kowalski dumps it off to Vanoy. Thomas going for the corner and a try for the Blue Hens. So Biddy Boyle's squad wastes little time getting on the board here in the second half.
Watch Glenn Thomas, a lot of speed. 6'3", 210, but can motor. Played for the high school All-Americans. He was a collegiate All-American. Played for the Eagles under-20 team that won the Junior World Trophy last year in Salt Lake City.
Thomas's third try of the tournament. This conversion is going to be huge as Jimmy Kowalski will line it up.
10 seconds.
And the two-point conversion goes awry, so we remain locked up at 5, and we check in on the field with Marty Snyder.
Well, clearly Delaware playing inspired, and I think I found the reason. The director of rugby, Bjorn Haglund, he is dressed like this for all their matches here in Philadelphia. He told me I'm from Scotland, so at least I'm not wearing a kilt, but he dressed up. I asked him why he dressed up like this. He said, to inspire my guys. Clearly, that had helped him out a little bit.
Kind of wish he'd worn the kilt.
5-all with 5 minutes to play here in Philadelphia. Delaware and Notre Dame locked up here in the plate final. Remember, still to come live here on NBC, you'll see the championship between the Cal Golden Bears and Life University out of Marietta, Georgia, the Running Eagles. A rugby powerhouse as David Harrington is taken down to the pitch, and now Notre Dame trying to answer back after Delaware came out so strong this kick on. There's no one there to run on for Byron Henry.
Too much on the boot. Harrington does a great job keeping that ball in bounds, but Dominic Corsero just nudges it too far. That ball needs to be pulled back so that it can be used. Sometimes the best teams have the most composure, and they're not afraid to go backwards. Ship that ball, start retreating a little bit, let everybody realign.
Yes. Green 11, up. Green 11.
And they're going to sub out David Harrington, the senior. One of the seniors on Notre Dame. Comes from a family of 12 children. His dad, Dan, one of his brothers is here. His other brother is going to be playing for Cal. So his dad gets to see two boys play for the price of one.
Well, that's a heartbreak way to go out of the game. Probably a little bit of an injury. Last game for David Harrington for Notre Dame. Dangerous. It looked like
kicking in there.
Another 10, guys. Leave the ball, please. Right here.
So Brad Harrington and the Cal Bears will face off against Life. There's his brother David. And that's a young man who's pretty much given everything to this program over the course of the last 4 years. So here comes Delaware with the ball. Sloppy pass there, all tied up at 5, coming up under 3:25 to go.
A little bit lucky there for Delaware. The pass not handled, but went backwards.
Quick restart on the infraction.
Yeah, Notre Dame player on the wrong side of that ruck. There's Thomas. He's going to do it all by himself.
Nice dish off. Brian Gary there. 2 Fighting Irish players will get him down to the ground and into touch.
Yes.
And there are the Golden Bears of Cal. They take on Life for the championship. This is something they've come so close to the last 4 years in the CRC, and now they're knocking on the door, but it is not going to be easy. For those of you who follow sports, you think, oh, well, Cal, who's this Life squad? Tell the folks at home just how good Life is.
Life University is definitely the class of this tournament alongside Cal. 2 teams that really kind of destined to meet from the very beginning of this tournament. Loaded on both sides with talent.
Kicked into touch. And we'll have another line out.
It's set.
Benny Boyle, the head coach for the Delaware Blue Hens, his other job, he's an ice cream broker. There's no way those sprinkles get to Dairy Queen on their own. This is the man that's in charge of getting that stuff and take care of.
Somebody's got to sample it all, too.
Someone's got to do
quality
it.
control.
2.
Kind of a tricky line, but not thrown far enough. Stolen by Hickey, number 12 from Notre Dame.
Great opportunity now for the Irish. Penberthy dishing it back. Mitchell, room to run on the outside. Ryan Robinson.
Great open field tackle by Jimmy Kowalski. Penalties going against Notre Dame for playing the ball on the ground, and Kowalski might have just made a game-saving tackle.
Here it is one more time.
How bad do you want it? Watch Jimmy work.
Really tight.
But a mistake trying to get that ball into touch. Gives it right back to Notre Dame.
Back.
So they'll work the other side, switching the field. Notre Dame now, no numbers on the outside. Pitch it back. Irish being very patient with the ball.
Space on the outside. Ryan Robinson, he's got some room.
Robinson cuts inside out, stays on his feet, and the Irish will get another try.
Sub first. 1 minute. Hey, we kick deep.
And this should be an easy conversion attempt, which will give a 7-point lead to Notre Dame. 4th try for Robinson.
Well, Notre Dame should have never had this ball because Delaware misses the kick into touch on the penalty. Gives it back to Notre Dame instead, but Ryan Robinson, a great job finishing, and how do you miss that conversion? That might be crucial. 52 seconds left. Delaware's going to get another chance. They're only down by 5 points.
So Robinson puts the 5 on. You heard head coach David Fee say kick it deep, and this is a 2-point conversion. Not so much. So a little bit tricky here now. Plenty of time for Delaware. Remember, a try worth 5 points, a conversion worth 2.
Joey Hughes checks into the game. We saw him in the last game scoring a try. He's got some pace. Out comes
the big Steve
like
Sanchez.
Stevie Sanchez.
So they go deep, make them cover the real estate. Here comes Delaware. Be very careful with this one.
Oh, great play.
What a move!
Ben Thomas on the move. 1 man to beat.
Thomas into territory of Notre Dame. Still plenty of time.
No hand!
Delaware quick on the reset.
They got to get there, though. Numbers there.
Get up. Green, inside.
Side entry against Notre Dame. Delaware still with a chance. 6 seconds on the clock. They got to score.
Van Ooy right in the middle. Good passing by the Blue Hens. Holding on to it. Thomas dumps it down.
What a finish. What a finish for Thomas. And it's right between the sticks. This is a sand wedge. Shouldn't be any problem for Kowalski.
This is going to be for the win.
Nails it. Broken hearts in South Bend.
A lot of folks thought that Delaware was here just because of proximity. This is all heart.
Well, great no-look inside pass to Vanoy, and then Kowalski, of course he's going to be part of it, but Thomas, he's the one you want to finish, finds his way to the line.
Look at this pass. Stiff arm. 1, 2, 3, Fighting Irish. Glenn Thomas, the sophomore from Wilmington, Delaware, puts it across. And now Biddy Boyle can celebrate. So it's a final. Delaware getting past Notre Dame for the plate final. On the final play, they put it through the 2-point conversion, and the Blue Hens are winners. One more game to go. It'll be Cal and Life for the championship as the Running Eagles prepare to lace up their boots one more time. We send it down to the field and Marty Snyder.
Well, we're getting ready for that one. We just witnessed the end of that one. Colton Carriaga and Cam Dolan. Let's start with you, Cam. You admitted to me last year that you guys had some nerves coming into this tournament. Now you're in the finals against the biggest name in rugby. How are the nerves now?
We've had a pretty good tournament so far. We're on top of our game, and hopefully we can close it out with one more solid performance.
Colton, let's ask you, would it be an upset anymore if Life were to beat Cal?
Still don't know. Still got to play the game, so just play the game.
All right, these guys have to go get their uniform on. It should be a great one, Todd.
All right, thank you very much, Marty. We are set for the final. Jack Clark and his squad going through final instructions. Life University trying to take down the Goliath that is Cal. Absolute stalwart in the world of rugby.
We take rugby pretty seriously. I mean, we're really trying to be good at it.
Every year I've learned a lot of different things about the players that have played before me. It's a huge honor to get to wear the blue and gold stripes.
Knowing the guys in the past who have gone before you and accomplished so much, and you have a responsibility to that tradition.
You know, the fact that, we were good a couple years ago doesn't mean much to these young men. I mean, they want to be good themselves.
The winner will be our national champion.
Golf's brightest stars.
There's a fist pump.
Battle on the game's biggest stage.
How about this? Oh.
This is the U.S. Open.
Expect anything different?
Begins June 13th on NBC.
Minds made. Ideas made. Breakthroughs made. Status quos erased by self-starters. Not just showing what they're made of, but what they've made. Often leading the way. Always pushing forward. Forever proud of where they come from and where they're going.
Hi, I'm Dr. George Fielding, and I've been a weight loss surgeon for nearly 20 years. I've done thousands of these operations. Bands, bypasses, sleeves, you name it. For my patients today, I recommend the lap band. In almost every case, not only is it extremely effective, offering significant and sustainable weight loss, banding is safer than sleeve. The lap band is the only device approved by the FDA for obese patients who need to lose as little as 30 pounds, whose weight is affecting their health.
Lap band is not for those who are pregnant, have autoimmune or organ disease. Reoperation, band slippage, stomach injury, removal, and fatalities are rare. Other adverse events include vomiting, vomiting and heartburn.
13 years ago, I was a big sick man at 335 pounds. I could have chosen any weight loss surgery, but I chose the lap band. I knew it would help me lose weight, help me change my behaviors, and then keep the weight off long term. Not all weight loss centers are the same. It's important to go to a lap band specialist for your procedure. Go to lapband.com and find a specialist like me in your area.
Your Time and Temperature is sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan, furnishing your style.
You know, to win something like this on a big stage would be absolutely tremendous.
Yeah, it'd be great to win, but we acknowledge how hard it is.
But it's something that we obviously want to get done.
And it'll be a chance for us to say, hey, look, this is a big deal.
I think we have a good shot to win, and it'd be huge for the university and the alumni.
It would obviously mean a lot to the university that we come out here and get a good win. Sure to be a sweet feeling, and obviously that's what we're looking forward to.
It is the clash of the Titans, the championship game, the Cal Golden Bears against the Running Eagles of Life University. There is the venerable Jack Clark, the head man at Cal since 1984, the oldest intercollegiate sport at Cal. And their athletic director, Sandy Barber, recognizing what a talent they have. They've won 26 of the last 34 national championships in 15s. Ranked number 3 in the preseason for the Sevens, but Brian, this is the one they really want, the Sevens National Championship, as the Bears and the Running Eagles make the trip onto the pitch for the last time. We are moments away from the start of the championship. We check in on the field with Marty Snyder.
Well, Jack, you're 14 minutes from a national championship. What did you say to the guys?
Well, it's all technical stuff at this point. You know, they're very good at the point of contact, and they turned over their last opponent several times at the tackle, and we're going to have to look after the ball if we want to win.
And he also told his guys, so far, guys, we've just played okay. If we're going to win, someone in this room needs to have the game of their life.
Thank you, Marty. Dan Payne, one of the head men that runs the rugby program at Life. Tui Osborne runs the 7th program. And this will be very interesting. I'll tell you what, one thing about Life that's impressive, they may be the Oregon Ducks of Rugby Sevens because they have had more uniform changes in this tournament than anyone I've seen.
Similar colors, too. These teams are so evenly matched. You got great centers. Seamus Kelly, number 6 for Cal, going against Joe Cowley from Life. They're so evenly matched, Todd. They both even have their own Jake Anderson.
2 Jake Andersons. What are the chances? 7-minute halves. This is for the national championship in Rugby Sevens, Cal and Life.
That's Cal's Jake Anderson on the kick.
Play on.
Restart's so important, and Cal wins their own kick. Every possession's going to count. Shahadi, he's low, draws 3. Watch him drive, but they've held him up, and they're going to turn the ball over.
So this is a maul. You have the ball. You got to either get it to the ground or play on, and it obviously was a held ball.
Great job by Life University to hold that one up.
Standing on the mark.
These are the moments that really matter. Cam Dolan, he's normally so loose, always has a little wry smile on his face. When he was with Marty right before the game, he didn't look so wry. He looked pretty serious.
McFadden feeds it in. Life now with their first opportunity with the ball, and they knock it on in a dangerous position. A rare mistake by this squad as Colton Carriaga, one of the best in the business, mishandles the ball.
Yeah, the smile on Dan Payne's face there is because of all the players on the field who wouldn't do that. It's Colton Carriaga. Little nerves, maybe. Both of these teams want each other so bad.
Right? Good. Coach! Touch! Set! Now!
Into open play. Cal Bears threatening. Seamus Kelly, this kid is dangerous. The Bears have numbers on the outside. Cuts it back to the inside. First try will be to the Cal Bears and Danny Barrett.
Barrett has been on fire this tournament. He's the X factor we talked about earlier. Such good feet. 6'3", 225 pounds. And watch him go to work. Just a nimble step inside. Pretty fired up.
Gets it as close to the center of the field as he can, because that is where you bring it straight out from for the conversion attempt worth 2 points.
One of three Barrett brothers, Neil Barrett, Jim Barrett, both came before Danny, and Danny, making his last appearance in a California rugby jersey, wants to end his career with a win. Been here a couple times before to the CRC. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Doesn't want to be denied today.
Russell Webb puts on the 2 points, so it is a Cal 7-0 lead. Cal going right back to work.
Slight knock on by California.
Ahmad Chahadi involved in that one, so it'll go over to Life.
Come on, shoot, gents.
The big question will be, how does Life respond? We've seen Cal come from behind. Remember, they were trailing Kutztown early in this tournament, and Jack Clark got on just a little bit, and they came back and won in strong fashion. But Life has not really been tested early on and had to come back from behind. And you do not want to get behind a Cal. Once they get steamrolling, they are a tough team to beat.
California called for pushing from the side in that scrum. You got to push straight in the scrum.
Testing the edges, Life University, they've got the speed, they've got the big horses. Right at midfield taken down, but a good pass on the outside, and then another one.
Joe Cowley, great tackle by Andrew Battaglia.
And I think against any other team, Cowley probably goes the distance.
Mark here.
Battaglia is a tough customer in the Canadian Sevens development system. He's on the ground right now. Now watch him get up and recover, track down that tackle. Seamus Kelly trying to do some work.
Just missing the line out there, uncontested by Life, so Cal went with a quick restart. On top 7-0, coming up on 2:40 to play in this half. Remember, it's 2 7-minute halves, 5 points for a try, 2 points for the conversion, and the Cal Bears, a venerable program in the 15s, looking for the Sevens national title. Ball left out there, picked off by Life. The running Eagles now looking to run. Big hit.
That ball needed to go quickly into the hands of Anderson for Life. Cowley looking for space, wisely backs it up. Anderson, Cam Dolan sets the ball back, a clean ruck. Watch how both sides measure each other. How many men should we commit to this breakdown? Are we leaving any gaps on the field? Great intercept by Brad Harrington. Looks like his toes touched the line, but the referee didn't see it. Lucky break for California.
Russell Webb collects the ball for the Bears. The Bears look fresh. Barrett.
No hands, Green. Play on.
Webb to the outside. Seamus Kelly's been quiet the last couple of games. Can he break free here? And it looked like a forward pass.
Yeah, he sure does.
Let's go back and look at this again. It looked like it was tackled into touch.
Yeah, watch here. So that's Miller, tries to lay the ball back. Brad Harrington picks it up. All he has to do is touch, chalk. Whoa, maybe not. Good job by
excellent officials. Excellent officials this week.
And a great camera angle. Look at the official looking right at it. He sees a lot better than I do from up here and makes the right call.
Not this way, understand?
Seamus Kelly, a two-time All-American, dubbed Famous Seamus by the New York Daily News back when he was playing high school football.
I got you.
At a rugby powerhouse at Xavier High School.
Early here.
An early push. You got to wait till the referee calls the word set to engage. Zach Miller.
Play on.
Good job by Colton Carriaga getting there. Everyone's got to be a physical player in this game. Oh, Barrett scoops it up.
Ruck.
So the ruck is formed. Cal now taking advantage of Life mistakes.
Russell Webb sees a gap.
Your help.
Pulled down by the jersey. And again, Cal maintains possession. They have been methodical here in the first half. Final 10 seconds of the first half.
Good ball movement there.
Cal looking for more. Webb on the dummy. No one on the outside. Who else? Danny Barrett.
Into that ball.
And that is a tough way for Life to go into the half as Danny Barrett gets his second try. Tournament leader in scoring now for tries. And look at this, unaccounted for.
Mistakes are costing Life University. Well, the only way you're going to stop Danny Barrett is by putting a body on him.
Yep.
You don't put anything in front of him. That's going to be the result every time.
Webb has been money. 14-0, Cal on top. We check in on the field with Marty Snyder.
Dan Payne just hung his head after that last score. What do you guys need to clean up here, Dan?
We need to take care of the ball and make tackles. It's almost a carbon copy of what happened last year when we played them, and we didn't play a very good first half, but we can fix it. There are things that we can control and that we need to take care of, and if we take care of the ball and make our tackles in the second half, we'll get back in it.
Todd?
All right, thank you very much. Life University in the same situation last year, playing for the bronze medal. Cal came out and took them down. It's all Cal Bears in the first half, but watch out for Life. The Running Eagles can strike fast. We'll have the second half when we return to Philadelphia.
Crispin, American Hard Cider, proud sponsors of USA Rugby.
The Reaper preys on the unprepared. So be prepared with Prestone's patented anti-corrosion coolant formula. Cheat the death of your car. Prestone it.
Head & Shoulders and Old Spice are now together in one bottle.
So we're always 100% flake-free.
While smelling 100% handsome.
And with a double dose of confidence like that.
Good happens.
Head & Shoulders with Old Spice.
I am a United States sailor.
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America.
And I will obey the orders of those appointed over me.
I represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone before me.
To defend freedom and democracy around the world.
I proudly serve my country's Navy combat team.
With honor, courage, and commitment.
I am committed to excellence.
And the fair treatment of all.
We are America's Navy.
I have a job for you. To catch the world's most dangerous criminals, you need the world's most elite cops. I chose a team of cops, each has a special skill.
It's like what a Justice League or something.
Crossing Lines premieres Sunday, June 23rd, here on NBC.
Tonight,
the Kings are the Kings.
The defending Stanley Cup champions, the top-seeded Blackhawks. Game 2 of the Western Conference Final. Tonight, 7 Eastern on the NBC Sports Network. Because it's the Cup.
Quick one again and keep them off guard, yeah?
Let's go quick, boys.
We got it.
Come on. You gotta defend. You gotta defend. You gotta defend, boys.
Well, Jack, you know Life's going to make a run. What do you need to see in the final 7 minutes from your guys?
Well, we just have to keep playing defense. We're keeping them in front of us pretty well. Keep playing defense and look after the possession. We'll be all right.
The one thing he did tell his guys is, I'm very proud of what you've done, but I need 7 more minutes just like that, Todd.
The Golden Bears are 7 minutes away from taking the title back to Berkeley, California. Nearly 3,000 miles away from their campus here at PPL Park. The final 7 minutes of this tournament, the championship between Life University and California. Webb with some shifty moves there. Russell Webb showing the dummy and picking up some real estate.
If I'm the Life coach, I'd tell these guys, relax, boys, play your game. They look a little tight, they look a little nervous, they're afraid to make mistakes right now.
Almost a maul there.
Play on. Roll green!
Well, that's a bad place to be.
Advantage is game.
Oh, beautiful open field tackle.
Glenn Maricelli out of Missoula, Montana, stops Barrett in his tracks. Webb dances, finds Barrett.
And if you thought Cal was going to come out and play conservative, laid-back rugby, they are going right at the running Eagles.
Look at Battaglia, how he buys some time, looks around, finds some space.
Seamus with a step, shows him a dummy leg, and famous Seamus takes it in for the Bears.
Well, we talked about that battle between centers, Cowley on Seamus. Seamus wins that one, hands down. And look at this hit earlier. Glenn Maricelli, bam.
Look at this.
Whoop. Just goes right around him. It was about a 2-foot space he had to work. So strong. Seamus on his way to Houston tomorrow morning to join the U.S. national team for its test match coming up against Ireland next Saturday.
Russell Webb on for the 2-point conversion. And pushes this one to the left. So it remains 19-0. Cal on top of life. 4:45 to play. You want to talk about dynasty, you've got your De La Salles, your Concords, your modern days, Xavier. When it comes to rugby, this is where you go to find collegiate rugby players.
I talked to a lot of these players, and some of them said, the guy who brought me out for rugby and told me to start playing, Seamus Kelly.
And the intensity in the Cal Bears, this is something we saw pretty much in the first game as Cal came out and beat Virginia Tech in the opening day on Friday, 45-7. They absolutely set the tone, and then we have mentioned they put the wood to Temple, much to the dismay of the local fans here. Did not like the way they handled the Temple Owls.
Paris Hollis in the game, runs over. Woo. Nick Boyer, but he needs help. And
number 5, no wrap.
No wrap tackle taken quickly. Cam Dolan sees the line.
Dolan's got no help, and he gets a nice pass and gets a bounce.
Colton Carriaga. It ain't over yet.
And watch how quickly Life's going to attempt this 2-point conversion. Up and good. So Carriaga gets his 8th try, and look at this. You think, well, there's no one there. It's a one-on-one.
Great pass out of the tackle there by Cam Dolan. Sees Colton Carriaga coming. Veteran move, and Paris Hollis comes into the game and adds instant impact. Just ask Nick Boyer.
Paris Hollis, 6 feet, 212 pounds. The junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, is an absolute load on the pitch. On the restart.
Content to play defense. I don't know why they're not using Dolan in the air. He's walking right now, maybe a little bit gassed. They've used him a lot this weekend.
On the outside, Cal, bringing it back in. Excellent ball handling and passing.
Wisely, they put 2 on Barrett.
Let's beat. Get out.
Referee directing. It's great to hear the mic on the ref.
Well, there's a matchup right there.
Yeah, Hollis just mows down Jake Anderson.
There you go.
You got to be enterprising. You got to take some chances. 2 minutes and 19 seconds, and it's moving pretty quickly. So you got to score quick.
Right here.
If your life, and sometimes taking those risks means you're going to commit some penalties. Anderson wisely milks the clock down.
So Cal kicks it into touch. Explain to the fans watching why do you do that and what advantage they gain.
Well, first of all, they're up by 12 points, so they're milking the clock. They get to walk down to the line out. Sometimes if they walk too much, if they walk too slow, the referee will actually stop the clock.
So the line out is to Cal. They maintain possession. This ball has to travel equally down the tunnel, and it overshoots the Bears, so Life has it again. Trailing by 12. Paris Hollis just pushes off Andrew Battaglia.
Last feet. Advantage.
Hands in the ruck. Battaglia from Cal.
Now the advantage is gained.
Advantage over. Dolan on the corner. He's got space. He's got a man with him too. Callie's there. He uses him.
And Life strikes right back. Joe Cali, the senior from Charlotte.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do the change.
We'll take it back to that bad line out for Cal. This is where it all started.
Just the ball overthrown here. That's 10. Russell Webb, he goes over the top of Jake Anderson. And watch Perez Hollis knocking back Battaglia after that. Cam Dolan got some help there from Joe Cowley.
Ninth try of the tournament. And how about this? Puts it through. So what was a 19-0 lead is now 19-14. Remember, 5 points for the try, so life is just a try away from tying this thing up. Cal needs to hold on to the ball.
Clock winding down. They elect to kick the ball away.
Hands away, Green, hands away.
Ruckus form. Clock shows 0. And they've done it.
California, finally, 4 tries at the title, and it's theirs.
The Bears of California are golden as the national champions. They played it smart at the end and kicked it into touch as time went to 0.
Yeah,
We saw 2 restarts Cowley had from life, and I don't know why he's not hanging that up on the 10-meter line to give Cam Dolan a chance at it. It was the only chance they had left. He boots it deep. Clock runs out. California. And a monkey off the back of Jack Clark. He really wanted this one badly.
Lots of credit has to go out to Life University, the running Eagles, fresh off a 15s national championship. And of course, Cal facing off with BYU in the Varsity Cup for the national championship. So a ton of rugby being played by both of these teams, and then to come to Philadelphia and put on this kind of show, so impressive.
A lot of respect between those 2 coaches.
But it is California that'll be taking the national title back to Berkeley. They are the 2013 Collegiate Rugby champions.
And well, Life will be back, and they're going over to give their fans a warm appreciation.
You think of what Cal has gone through in the last couple of years, and if you're not familiar with the situation out on Berkeley campus, they're going through complete renovation. This team had to be away from their field for 2 years, but now they bring home the national title. We sit it down on the field, and Marty Snyder.
Well, Seamus, finally, right? You and I talked, what, Thursday, and you said we're going to win this thing one day.
Yeah, you know, the guys really came together this year. Worked as hard as I've ever seen any team work, and that's the reward for it. So all credit to the guys back home who have a big part in this as well.
So many times you guys tried. What was the difference this year?
You know, I think experience played a factor, and you know, we buckled down and we set out for early in the training that, you know, we're here to win this. We're not here to finish in a good position. You know, we're here to win this and get back on top.
Life got the 2 tries, and were you thinking at that point, oh no, here they come again?
A team of Life's caliber with those caliber athletes is liable to score at any moment, and we knew we had to buckle down there. And in a long sevens tournament, it's tough to play in those final minutes on day 2. So we leaked a few there, but the guys came together and closed out that game.
Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
Cal, your national champions, Todd.
Thank you very much, Marty. What a great performance by the Cal Bears. A big start, and they hold on, keeping Life University out. It's the Golden Bears, your national champions. After so many attempts, they will go back to Berkeley, over 2,800 miles away from PPL Park, and they'll have hardware in hand as the 2013 national champs. We'll be back to Philadelphia to wrap things up when we return. Once again, it's California reigning supreme.
The news Subway $4 lunch is for everyone. It's for value seekers, for spicy Italian lovers, for meat lovers, for veggie eaters, for big appetites. Tons of 6-inch subs to choose from, like the spicy Italian or meatball marinara, plus a 21-ounce drink, just $4. It's for pickle people, for calorie counters, for meatball dreamers, for fitness fanatics, for everyone who wants more of what they love. The new $4 lunch, all day, every day. It's for everyone. Subway, eat fresh.
You've got the passion.
You've got the dream.
You got the talent, America.
You're amazing.
We're going to the legendary stage, Radio City Music Hall.
This is where dreams come true.
NBC's America's Got Talent premieres Tuesday after The Voice. Thursday, it's down to 4 who will battle for a place in the championship match. The French Open, presented by Longines, continues with the women's semifinals. Thursday at 11 Eastern, only on NBC.
The USA Sevens Collegiate Rugby Championship is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy avocado on your favorites during avocado season at Subway. And by Prestone. Prestone it. Back in Philadelphia, we sit it down on the pitch and Marty Snyder.
I might have even seen a tear from Jack Clark. Is that true, Claude?
I don't know. I'm not admitting to that. It's dusty here.
With all the guys and all the pressure that was building on Sevens, did you guys kind of need to win this at some point?
Well, yeah, of course. You know, I mean, we played pretty well here, and it's just these are hard tournaments to win, as you can see. You know, so yeah, it's good to get it. Yeah, I'm very proud of the guys, and just full congratulations to all the teams we played. I think the standard's getting better. And, you know, Life's a very good team, and they were always going to make a run at us, as you pointed out. And so we're really happy to get this one.
So is it relief or excitement that you finally win it?
No, it's all excitement. We got lots of hardware in the showcase. This is really just about, you know, these guys accomplishing something. I'm really proud of them.
Finally, a Sevens national championship for Jack Clark.
Congratulations to the Cal Bears. Brian, we talked about it. You said earlier in the week, this is a team that looks pretty sharp.
They do, and Jack Clark, he wanted this one really badly after the season that they've had. And he's right. The standard of play here is getting better and better, and I cannot wait to see what happens next year.
But for now, it will be the California Golden Bears reigning as the 2013 Collegiate Rugby Champions as they take down Life University. Tonight, the Stanley Cup playoffs presented by Geico continue on the NBC Sports Network. It's Game 2 of the Western Conference Final between the defending champion LA Kings and the top-seeded Chicago Blackhawks. That's tonight, 7 Eastern on the NBC Sports Network. So for Brian Hightower, Marty Snyder, and our entire hardworking NBC Sports crew, I'm Todd Harris saying so long from the Collegiate Rugby Championships. We say good night from Philadelphia and send you to our NBC Sports Studio.